blushing?
Goodness.
You're this month's Daisy Award winner.
Really?
Really? Do you want to hear why?
Yeah. Very nice.
So you were nominated by a family member, and this goes back a little bit, but I'm sure you'll remember. Our family had a very unfortunate outcome with a 6-month-old male. The parents were beyond distraught. Their major source of anguish was that the baby was not baptized. This is a sacred sacrament in this Catholic church. Sharon took the initiative to baptize the child. She researched and found that there was baptismal certificates in the code cart, and she filled one out and completed it. She had a footprint, she placed it on their certificate and gave it to the parents. This was their only joy that day. Sharon went above and beyond and is clearly a Daisy Award winner. This is the person that nominated you.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Thank
Thank
you.
you very much. And I accepted on behalf of the team because the whole night shift team stayed and worked the whole night. And then Sam also had a lot to do with this, Sam Uala, one of the nurses. Yes, thank you.
Welcome. So it's Monday morning here in the emergency department, and you're this month's Daisy Award winner. Is this what you expected when you came in this morning?
No, I did not expect.
What was your Monday morning going to be like?
I was just gonna see how everything was on the floor, and then I was gonna start working on the schedule today. Actually.
This is better than that.
Yeah, it was a great morning.
Were you surprised to see
I
us?
was very surprised to see you. Yes.
Yeah. Well, so how long, have you been in this emergency department for a long time? Have you worked here for a long time?
Yeah, I've worked here over 25 years.
At Torresdale the whole time?
Yes.
And you were on night shift?
It was mostly night shift, yeah. It's recently, since March, went to day shift.
Prior to that, were you on night shift all those years?
Pretty much.
How's the transition been?
Oh, it's been really nice, actually.
Yeah?
I'm surprised, yeah.
Not too hard getting up in the morning?
No, I got used to it pretty quickly.
You look good.
Thank you.
Good. Well, you know, what's kept you here for 25 years is a long time to be anywhere, right? Doing anything, let alone working in a busy trauma center emergency department. What do you think has kept you here?
I mean, I love it. Most emergency nurses love the diversity of everything that happens here. But also my family lives in this community, so I always like to make sure that our care and our team is ready for anything that the community needs, to be honest.
Clearly are doing that. How do you think you've been able to sort of maintain that passion for 25 years?
I don't know. I just think that I just try to think about how I would want to be treated, or I would want my family to be treated, and I'm lucky, I guess. I still care. But I've always known that if I ever got to the point where I wasn't like that, I would, find something else to do. But thank God I still love this.
Yeah.
I still like taking care of people.
Thank God for all of us. Yeah. I'm sure you remember this circumstance. It's pretty extraordinary. What was going on that night here?
I came in that morning. That was one of my first day shifts, I think. Was it back in March? Maybe?
It was in the summer, actually.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I was here on day shift. I came in, night shift had been here. The night shift team actually stayed late to finish trying to resuscitate this baby. And it was just a sad situation. But I was here before the end of the resuscitation, and I asked the family if the baby had been baptized, or if they what religion they were. And they said they did want the baby baptized, so anybody can do that in an emergency situation.
What do you think made you think, in that circumstance you talked about, you're in the middle of resuscitating a baby, it's a high, stakes environment, there's a lot going on medically. What do you think it was that let you tune into the parents and, something that was so important to them? What were you thinking that made you kind of approach them about that?
I mean, I just think the end of life is important. It's important to support the family in that situation. And that really is the only positive thing that you could do for them at that time. And some people, it's very important.
It clearly was important to them. They took the time to write and talk about just how important it was to them. So you're certainly on the money with that. What do you think? Obviously it's been a difficult couple of years. What do you think for you has allowed you to really be able to kind of find meaning in what you do, be able to stay in touch with finding the positive in really difficult situations? Nobody comes in here, there's never anything positive that comes through the door, right? Nobody comes to the emergency department because something good happened to them that day. They're coming because it's something terrible. What do you think it's been for you personally? You've been a nurse for 25 years?
Oh, longer.
Even longer than
Yeah.
that.
A little longer than that.
So I hear you. It's okay. It's a good thing.
I think it's a team. I think it's the people that I work with. The people that I work with are what makes your day great, and then being able to make everybody, when we're all together as a team, it's positive.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's what gets us through. And there's a sense of satisfaction getting through a shift, and knowing that you did a good job or you did the best you could. Everybody is happy. That's what does it for me, and I hope that I can share that feeling with other people.
Well, and that's exactly what I was going to say. I think not only do you do that for yourself, and you clearly do that for the people you work with. I mean, I've heard that about you time and time again, is that you really are able, to keep the group cohesive, to help the group get through difficult things, to stay positively focused when that's really hard to do. That's a pretty extraordinary quality. And to be able to maintain that for as long as you have is just unbelievable, really, when you think about it.
Thank you.
What do you attribute that to? Is there anything, you talked about the team, but is there anything innately in you, or,
I mean, I have a pretty good relationship with God, honestly. And I still actually do pray on my way in that, that I do the right thing and that kind of situation.
It's working.
I think it's the way I think I was raised like that too.
Yeah. I mean, it's clearly working for you, and for the people you're taking care of and the people who work with you. If you could give advice to people who are just starting here in the emergency department, I know we have a lot of new people. What would you offer them in terms of advice on how to? If today's my first day, how can I be here 25 years from now and feel the way you do about the job?
I think you have to accept that it's a very humbling experience when you're new, because you're going to find time and time again that, sometimes you're wrong sometimes, and it's okay. Every experience is a learning experience. I also think as far as keeping that level of compassion, that you need to look people in the eye, and when you look your patients in the eye and your families in the eye, you see them, and I think that just keeps you a little more grounded with what they're experiencing. But I think that also you have to put those bad things behind you, you accept it, and then you just kind of have to move on, I guess.
Yeah. And not carry it.
Yeah, and if you need to talk to somebody, we have resources. We can lean on each other. We can talk to somebody professionally. Something like that.
I love what you just said about, really taking the time to sort of look a person in the eye and get to know them. You have patients here for really short amounts of time, but it's possible, and you clearly do that. And that's an amazing quality. And if you can pass that on to other people, that's we can never let you leave this emergency department, Sharon. You're here for life.
I'm probably a lifer. Yeah.
Good. That's good for us, and good for our community. I thank you. I mean, it seems so inadequate to say, but it's what happens here every single day, is hard and is difficult, and some really great things come out of what happens, and I know some really terrible and tragic things happen. And it's people like you that make all those days bearable for everybody, whether it's the patients, their families, or your coworkers, or all of us. So, thank you for what you do every day. It's important. I hope every day when you go home you know that and you feel that, because we all know it and we all feel it, and we are very appreciative for you and everybody here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.